All right, we're back again with Lone Star Grills, and today we're going to be setting this 24 by 48 adjustable charcoal grill and smoker up as an offset stick burner. Like I promised in our last cook video, today we're going to show you how to use this as a stick burner. I'm going to show you how I set it up, and then we're going to cook some spare ribs. So we got one side, same thing we did last time. We're going to be on our left-hand side. I got some lump charcoal. Again, I'm using Fogo lump charcoal, and they're natural starters. I've got some post oak splits here, and I've cut these in half. So I've got half-size splits. I put a full-size one here for a reference. So I basically just took some full-size splits and cut those in half. So right now I got a good bed of charcoal. I've got one split in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this charcoal burn down, get us a good bed of coals, get that first split going, and then after that we're just going to be feeding splits of wood. We also have our fire management basket in here. This thing is amazing. Basically what its function is to concentrate the coal bed and channel the airflow in such a way that it maximizes the efficiency and gets you the cleanest burn possible. So I use this on all my stick burners. I recommend it highly. And then I'm going to use it today too because, again, I'm using this as a stick burner. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get this all-natural lighter started. So we're going to let this go. It's going to take us about 30-45 minutes to get a good bed of coals and get ready to cook. Meanwhile, I'm going to go start getting the ribs ready, and we'll be back just a minute and show you how we get those seasoned up. So it's been about 45 minutes since we started the fire. Right now we're sitting at about 260. I've gone ahead, I've started choking down my damper a little bit, just like we did on the last video. We want to kind of coast into that 275 range instead of going way above and back down and then having to make all those adjustments. We can make fine adjustments here more easily than we can if we had to make big adjustments. Today we're cooking full spare ribs. I'm cooking the full spare ribs. I'm going to do a couple of things that some aren't going to like. First off, I'm not going to trim these at all. I know the St. Louis cut's got a nice, neat little shape to it, but I'm going to leave the full spare ribs. First off, I think that there's more flavor in the rib tips. It puts more meat on those bones, and I'm the guy that picks the penny up off the ground, so I hate wasting anything. So I'm going to cook the whole ribs just like they are. The other thing is I'm not going to pull the membrane off the back. I've heard all the theories. I've cooked them all the different ways you can. I just have a theory personally that membrane holds some of that moisture in the rib. Just my personal experience, and that's the way I like to do it. Today we're going to use a pre-made rub. This is Rio's rib rub, sugar base, salt, pepper. A lot of times I'll make my own rubs. For pork, I like brown sugar, pepper, kosher salt, celery seeds, smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, some of those things. But this is a really good one, one I like a lot. So we're going to go ahead and get this rubbed and ready to go. So we're just going to put a nice coat. Now this is a sugar-based rub. Sugar is the first ingredient on here. So we're not worried about over-salting it, but we don't want to go too heavy on this because it isn't a large cut of meat. We're also going to hit this again at the end with a little bit more. So we're going to hit both sides. Nice even coat. Now these ribs are going to cook at 275 for about 3 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes, 3 hours. And then we're going to come back and hit them for the last 30 minutes with another, a little bit more dry rub. Kind of put a glaze on it right there at the end. All right, perfect. So we'll go ahead and get these ribs on. So again, we're going to cook this offset of the fire. Got my fire going here. Air is coming in this side. Right side damper is open, so we're using this as an offset stick burner today. We're going to go ahead and get this lid shut. We'll come back and check on this in a couple hours. So we've been cooking about 2 hours, 15, 20 minutes now. Notice a good clean burning smoke here. In fact, you can hardly see it. Got our dampers dialed in. It's time to add another split, so we're going to go ahead and open this up and show you what that looks like. So you can see our fire management baskets here is doing a really good job of keeping all this concentrated down in there, getting a nice hot bed of coals. Going to add that split to the top there. We're going to leave this door open for a couple minutes while that lights. That way we don't get any white smoke over here. We'll let that fully light. We'll shut that door back. We don't even have to adjust our damper. We'll leave our damper the same, shut the door here in a second after that lights. And then on this right now, what we're doing is about these size splits, the way they're seasoned and cured, about every hour or so, we're adding another split or two. Just kind of depends on how our temperature's staying. We've been holding steady pretty much the whole time, right at 275, which is where we want to be. We'll go ahead, kind of take a look at those ribs, see how they're really starting to get some nice color to them. We got just a little bit more to go. We're going to come back, put a glaze on those, and finish them up. So we're at our 3-hour mark. It's time to go ahead and glaze these, which is the same time you would sauce them. We're going to put that on about 30 minutes before we're finished. That way it has time to set. For our glaze today, we're kind of doing more of a dry rub, or dry rib. So I've got just regular brown sugar and a little bit of that rub we had before. I'm going to add just a little bit of seasoning to it. We're just going to mix that up a little bit. And then we're just going to sprinkle that on top. You can see the ribs got a really, really nice color to them already. We're starting to get some exposure on those bones, some pullback on the bone there. So we're just going to lightly sprinkle this on. Now this is an opportunity to add a little bit of flavor to this. I mean, it can be whatever you want, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be the same rub we used before. We can add some heat to it. We can add something with the sweet that we're adding here. All right, so we're going to let that set for about another 30 minutes, and then we'll be ready to pull these. All right, so the ribs have been pulled. They've been resting for about 10 or 15 minutes to let them cool down a little bit, and let's check them out. So you can see we got a really nice pullback on those bones, beautiful color. You can see that glaze on the end that we put on there has really done its job. So let's go ahead and cut into them, see what they look like. So we got a nice smoke ring around there. We'll go ahead and give it a try. Really nice clean bite. Excellent taste. Just what you want. You don't want to overcook them where they fall off the bone, but you don't want them to be underdone where you got to work so hard at it. So that's it for this video. I think we're going to do one more on the adjustable charcoal grill and smoker, where we're going to do a long cook with our charcoal basket and show you how we can do one of those really long set it and forget it cooks. For more information on this smoker, other videos that we've done where we cook on our products and showcase them, check us out at LoneStarGrills.com or give us a call, 936-344-6151.